when we went to the Mead Gallery in Warwick, my inspiration is Sarah Lucas's sculpture. Here are the early ideas with the rubbish and the tights over the face and possibly using a bin, like a skip thing, like that one there. There's proof that I went to visit it. So my idea was to replicate the breasts that she used for her sculpture. How I did it was getting like a bunch of tights from Primark, I think. Yeah, Primark, just some cheap tights. And getting like the stuffing. I don't know what you would call it. Like it was this weird stuffing thing, very fluffy. Got it from Anne. And what I had to do is tear it apart, rip it, took a while, grab a bunch of it, put it into a ball, and put it into the tights. Once it was in, I would mould it. Just squeezing it just to get the right shape. And then here's like my favourite bit of making it, because it just, is the twist and turn it inside out. This is just so you don't see the stuffing as much, it's a bit thicker, and I think it makes it look more rounder, like it just looks better anyway. It definitely darkened it up, the tone and everything, so it didn't really match the sculpture's tone, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And then after, what I did was tie it into a knot. And I turned that into the nipple, which I will show you in a sec. But my original idea was literally to try and like sew it so it's like flat and then just paint it. But, you know, there's a little... It looks more realistic, like it's already there, you know what I mean? So I just mixed the colours and I painted it. Tried to get a nipple shape. Also, my head's not in this for literally such a vain reason, is I didn't like my face in it. But yeah, I made about, I think, 8. Coffee break. You always need a coffee break. It was nice. Ta-da. It was great. And now, this is me practicing before the show, just to know what I was doing. I realised here that, like, the smaller ones were harder to pick up and the big ones was really easy to pick up. And I was just messing about, just seeing what I do. Right, now for the real thing. And this is real life footage of the show. And I was in the corner of the gallery for 2 hours straight, just doing my performance. Did not look up at the audience once, have no idea who's staring at me, had no idea if anyone was looking at me. It was, like, I felt very, what do you call it? Like, dissociated. Like, you get in the theme of things, and it's so weird how these 2 hours, because you're just doing the same thing over and over and you're concentrating, you're in the zone, the 2 hours did not feel like 2 hours. You could have told me that I was only there for half an hour and I would believe you. It was a very emotional thing, this was. I was punching the breasts, I was up, I was practicing with the shadows and everything. I was in near tears at one point when I was punching them, just because it just all got really real for me, like, just, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, actually, when I say, look, it's all got real, but it did. Just being there, I guess, and the fact that it was just a very professional setting. I hope you can see my frustration. Okay, some bonus clips now. Well, TikToks.
Like, you have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean.
You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman. Also, always be looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women, because you're supposed to be a part of the sisterhood, but always stand out and always be grateful.